Sometimes when you are recording a video, especially a DIY or crafting tutorial, you want to show mistakes. Well, there are other times where you don't really feel that the mistake is necessary in your project. Here's a great example. I am pouring these molds, and if you pay attention as we go through, and I'm going to speed this up so you can see where the mistake happens. I go through and then up right there. Do you see that? Here, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to crop it so you can see what's actually happening because I am making a major blunder with this resin. I am spilling it over the lip of my mold and it is spilling all over the wood plank that is underneath. I do that on purpose because I am a mess when it comes to resin. Anyway, I am going to take that out because I don't feel it's necessary to have a full discussion about how it spilled over in this tutorial that I am doing right now. So all I do with that is I'm going to crop the section right there. Okay. Now, we've already talked about this. You bring it over, you're going to split it by Command B, or you can double tap and split the clip. But let's say that I have more talking that needs to get done that I can't fit in that space. Well, that's where the speed editing goes in. You're going to get your speed editor out, Command R, and you can slow down what you're doing. It also adds some visual interest. Why not, right? So now when it plays, I can talk and it can go very slowly. And if it is way too slow for way too long, then another thing you can do is you can go ahead and clip it. And here's the cool part. Let's say I want to almost like show it on repeat, right? So I want to show this piece like 3 times. You have a couple options here. You can bring it backwards because it'll actually repeat some of this time in here. Let's see. It's going. It's probably a little too slow. Okay. So we can do that. And then let's say we split the clip again and we pull it back again. And then we add a transition. Okay. And I'm probably going to speed up just a touch because that was a little too slow. So I'm moving it. And this thing up here is amazing because it makes life a little easier just all around to have it there. One of the things I love about iMovie is everything is just so easy to find. Once you figure it out, it's easy. All right, everybody watch the screen. Let's see how it looks. Pour, pour, pour. Here comes our transition. All right, so not too much visual interest right now, mainly because there's not much that has happened, right? There's a couple things we can do. We can add another transition in. Maybe, let's see if a cross blur makes it look any different. So that kind of does a little bit. Or we could put a ripple effect in and we can add some time to it. Maybe add it to a second. We talked about that in the last video. Let's see. Nah, I don't like that. I like the blur. So we'll blur it. And then the other thing I would suggest doing in this case, this is just my personal opinion, everybody does something different, is I'm probably going to have it zoom. So I'm going to go here. It's a repeat. So because it's a repeat part of the video, I will zoom it in more. Okay. And then because I'm going to repeat that video again, I will zoom it in again. Not using the feature that is up here called Ken Burns. We'll talk about that another time, but just the crop to fill, because you can do a lot of like cool effects using the transitions and cropping to fill. Okay, let's see how that goes. Ready? Let's watch. Pour. Oh my God, still feels too slow, but that's just me. There it is. And there it is. What I'll probably do is edit it just slightly so that the pour starts a little bit after this and that this goes a little bit faster. We're going to bring this a little faster, bring it a little bit faster, bring it a little bit faster. Let's see how that goes. That's our last piece and then we're done. Pour. And that is perfect.